Hi friends! So it's been a long time since I've actually just sat down and talked to you in a video, and I kind of want to piece together a vlog for you because I've got so much footage that I never uploaded, and some of this is from July. So forgive me if it's old or if it's boring or anything. I'm off work today because I am applying to jobs and I have a couple of interviews already set up today. I'm quitting my job in Alabama. As you know, or if you don't know, I commute over an hour every day to, and then I have to pay an hour back from Alabama. It's like an hour 15, an hour 30, depending on traffic. Sometimes it can take longer if the traffic's really bad, especially coming home because there's been wrecks and it takes like hours. So it's just been a lot on me mentally, the drive. I've been doing this for 4 years and it's been lovely. Like, I like the job. It has nothing to do with the job. I hate that I have to leave. It's just the drive is starting to get to me mentally, and I come home and I don't have time to do anything. I don't have time to clean or cook or anything. My husband helps me out, but still I'm not doing what I want to do. I don't have energy to do my fun side projects that I want to do, which is like my business on the side where I sell hats and plush and other art things that I make. The link for that will be in the description if you're interested, but that's something I'm very passionate about, and I just haven't had the energy or the time to do it because I'm just so exhausted. And along with gas, like gas prices just keep going up, especially in the town that I work, because that's where I usually fill up because the prices are lower than where I live. But now it's like the opposite. Like, it's just the price is like just skyrocketing constantly, and I'm spending so much of my paychecks on gas that it would be the same as me making like $2 less an hour here where I live. So that's what I'm trying to do. I've already told them that I'm looking for a new job and I hate it, but I do need to find one. And I don't know if there's a lot of options here because it is a smaller town, and everyone says they're hiring, but nobody wants to pay more than minimum wage, and that just isn't enough to pay my rent. It just isn't. Even with my husband's salary, it's not enough. So reality, I need something that pays fairly decent. I'm not expecting like $20 an hour here. I do have a degree, but there aren't many graphic design places around here. So I will be applying to those, but also applying to some other things that I think might be above minimum wage. I'm avoiding most fast food because I've worked fast food and I know how that chain works and how long it takes to get paid a decent wage there. So I don't think that's plausible. So I'm trying, today I have an interview at a cafe / restaurant that I think is promising. We'll see when I get there for the interview how much they're willing to pay. I wish that that was something that employers would just tell you up front. That way you're not wasting both of your time, because it's not like a personal thing, but people see it as like a red flag when you're applying if you straight up ask how much they pay. So you have to go to the interview and then they have to tell you. So I'm hoping for that one to be okay. And then I have another one at a cleaning agency. I have no idea what that job will expect of me because I've never heard of it, but I think it's just a place where they hire that company to send people out to clean businesses and homes and stuff like that. So I'm thinking that's what that is. I'll find out when I get there. But I have an interview at those two places today, and I went and got a dragon drink to make myself feel better because I'm very nervous. I get very anxious of things like this. But I'm gonna go to the library and treat myself and maybe drop off a resume. I've already given them one before, but nothing happens. But I want to go apply for a new library card and just check out a couple of books and make myself happy. So yeah, that's what today is. I'll let you know how it goes after. Hi guys, so I'm in a weird position, so forgive me for the weirdness. If you didn't know, I've recently started making TikToks, and they're not actually like great quality content, like decent or anything whatsoever. They're absolute trash, but I have fun making them, and people seem to enjoy participating in them or commenting on them or whatever you call it. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description for my TikTok account if you want to check those out. It's all anime manga based, so it's not gonna be just a bunch of random stuff. There have been a couple occasions where I did put something random on there, but it's like very rarely now that I've found like a niche that I like. But I've just made 2 more. And one of them went up because I like to reply to comments by making new TikToks because people leave requests all the time. And so if you want to do that, go ahead and follow me. I'm excited to continue doing that. It's just like a side fun thing. It's not like, I'm not expecting to get anywhere with it, but it is really, really fun. And today is Saturday, and I went thrifting. I got up early this morning, or kind of late actually, later than I usually do, with my husband, and he went to work, and I went to the thrift store, picked up a couple things, and then came home, and I've listed some things on Mercari today, and I still have a shiz ton more to do. I'm trying to save some money, make up some money to pay off credit card bills that we have to pay off because we had to purchase some things with them. So I'm just trying to pay that off, you know, no big deal. Then I'm about to go in a few minutes to where Jonathan works, and we're gonna have lunch together, like a really late lunch. It's past 2 o'clock. We did have breakfast this morning. I should have showed it to you, acai bowls that I made. So I don't think I've even mentioned that here. We've been pretty busy lately. A lot of things have happened. There's some medical things that me and JB have been made aware of with ourselves. And instead of telling you all about it, I'm just gonna say that our diets are changing. So we're gonna do our best to eat a lot healthier. We're gonna have a lot more greens. Which is something we should have been doing a long time ago. Like, we eat fairly healthy, but we could do better. A lot less canned food, a lot less TV dinners, a lot less fast food, that kind of stuff. Soda is my biggest weakness. I struggle with turning it down when it is offered to me, not so much buying it. Like, I can just not buy it when I go to the store, but if someone's offering me like a soda, I struggle with saying no, especially if it's free, because it's like my favorite thing to drink. But anyways, we're trying to tone those kinds of things down and have less caffeine together also. We're doing it together, and we're also running 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at the gym. And then he's doing extra stuff, but for me, I'm just doing the running right now because of time restraints, and I have so many other things going on that I want to do. I have my channel here that I really do like to participate in and keep up to date. I also sell things on the side on Mercari and Poshmark, eBay, Etsy. You know, there's just not enough time for me to do several workouts with my full-time job and how far away it is. So I'm doing the best that I can. I think that that's pretty good. I don't know if we'll just lose weight or anything. That's not necessarily the goal. It's just to be healthier in general. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day so far, and I'll see you soon.
Nobody knows.
Wow.
Okay.
Which one do you want? We got these little My Hero keychains. We've already got Deku and All Might, so we're hoping for at least 2 separate characters.
Yeah, I'll be sad if we get a repeat, but hey, you know, whatever.
I'll sell them.
I use my,
Where's the opening tab?
I don't know. I use my $5, you know, whatever.
Yeah, we only really paid for one of them. All right. Ooh, okay.
And these are the last 2 in the store.
I got a new one.
Ooh. Okay.
I'll pull mine out first.
Oh.
I got 2.
Do you want to guess who I got?
Todoroki?
I got Tokoyami.
That's a special one.
Yeah.
You mean Tamaki?
Is that his name?
Yeah.
My bad.
Tokoyami's the
Tokoyami's
bird.
Hawks.
Yeah. No. Tokoyami is the dark bird.
I'm the worst.
He's struggling today.
Yeah.
So we got Amajiki and Froppy. They're so cute. So cute. I'm excited. Okay.
But those are the last 2, so.
Yeah, we'll have to find some more maybe at another GameStop.
Still wanna find Kirishima.
And Ida.
And Ida. That's the 2 we're after.
So I'm home for the weekend. I don't have any work, like work to do this weekend. Pretty much just to my own devices, along with my husband, of course. While I've been ecstatic all day because it's Friday. Have you ever just like been happy about having the weekend to yourself or whatever, but then when it comes down to it, you don't know what you want to do, or you're just so exhausted from being a person all week that you don't really think you're going to enjoy your weekend because you don't know what to do. I've got so many things I can do. I've got so many books and manga that I want to read and that I can read. I've got a lot of things I can list on eBay and Mercari that I want to sell. I've got a lot of games I want to play. I'm very tired. There's just so much. I don't know what I want to do. I'm tired and overwhelmed and bored, and you know, like, it's really hard to explain what I'm talking about. I hope that someone understands what I mean, but I'm feeling kind of weird right now, and I just decided to do some house stuff because that definitely needs to be done. I cleaned the dragon's cage, I cleaned the hedgehog's cage and gave both of them a bath, and then I did some laundry, making some tea right now. I don't know, I'm ready for JB to be home. Maybe that's what I'm missing, is just him being here. Like, being alone's great and all, and I like to have like alone time sometimes, but I don't know, I miss him. He's my best friend, and I've tried reading tonight and it just wasn't cutting it. So I did get rid of a bunch of books that have just been sitting on my to be read shelf for years, like literal years, and I'm like, you know what, they're never gonna get read. I'm not interested in these books anymore. A lot of these I keep telling myself I'm interested in, but then I'm not. So I just listed them to sale, and hopefully I'll get rid of them. If I don't sell them on Mercari, I will take them to McKay's next time we go to Chattanooga, because that's where I take my books to sell physically. Yeah, none of them would be good library books, in case that was something you would consider. Yeah, but I have so many books here I want to read, and I just wasn't interested in half of them, so I got rid of like probably 13 to 15 books. Also, I'm reading Zodiac PI, and I'm not sure if I like it or not. Like, I don't know if it's just my mood right now, so I don't want to unhaul it and then regret that later, because there have been a couple manga that I've just not liked, and then there was one I liked, so I'm wondering if I'm like in a slump or if I just really genuinely don't like them, and I don't want to list something and then regret it later. So I think I'm gonna hold on to it a little bit longer, because it's only 4 volumes long, and I was almost finished with the first one and just got really bored, no interest whatsoever in what I was reading, and it was not good to me. But I'll give it some time, at least another week, and I'll try it again. If I get in the mood to read it between then, I will. But for now, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I want to read manga, but the ones I have right now are not really the ones I want to read. I want to read more wotakoi and sweat and soap, like romance, adult romance kind of stuff. And I don't really have any on the shelf right now to be read. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've got some manga to read. I should just pick something because I am in the mood to do it, but also like, I don't know. I don't know. And I gotta figure out what we're gonna do for dinner. Not quite sure yet, so we'll see. But I hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you soon. Hi, don't ask me what you're sitting on, because yeah, I have a package and I think I know what it is. So I'm just gonna open it for the vlog. If you don't know, most of my haul, like unboxing hauls, not like showing you what I have, I show on my vlogs because it's just easier for me to just plop this. Jesus, they taped the heck out of this box. I hope it's in good condition, please. Okay, they sent it in a weird way, honestly. But there's a little note. It says, "Thank you for your purchase. Please rate on Mercari so I know it got to you safely." So that's really sweet. I got volume 1 of Fruits Basket Another by Natsuki Takaya. This is a series that I've been dying to get because if you know anything about me, my channel, who I am as a person, you know that Fruits Basket is my favorite manga ever created. And anything that Natsuki Takaya puts out in the Fruits Basket universe, I'm gonna buy it. And I hear there's even another series possibly in the works. Don't want to say too much because I don't know if it's true, but I gotta get this one, and I waited too long and now it's hard to find. So I'm trying to get, it's only 3 volumes. You think it would be super easy, but I'm having to scrounge together finding them. So now I only have 2 more volumes to collect, and then I'll have that entire thing. I don't even care if it's trash, y'all. Like, this is just a universe that I am in love with. I love what she's created, and I can't wait to get all of them and read it. Like, I'm so excited to have this. It means so much to me. And I paid a little bit more than retail on this, I'll be honest, with shipping combined. Like, without shipping, I didn't. But, you know, shipping is a killer, especially when people don't know about media mail and that they can still ship safely with media mail. They just charge you like $10 for shipping through like FedEx or something. How much did, I don't even know how much I paid for shipping on this, but it was more than $3-4. If you don't know, let me just inform you. I'm not trying to be mean or whatever, but if you're selling manga or any book or movie or media, you have to like look up what the definition of media is. But books, my cat's being crazy. Hold on just a second, okay, baby? I'm almost done, I promise. You should just charge a couple, $3-4 more to your listing and then do free shipping. And then use PayPal to buy media mail. And then all you have to do is like weigh your item or put in the measurements of the package. And it will be so much cheaper than just doing a normal package. Or you can go to the post office and they'll do it for you for about the same price. Media mail, so cheap. Tell them this is media mail or write it on the package and they'll know how to ship it. It's so much cheaper, and you can wrap them nicely. You can put them in a box with lots of paper and cardboard and just be really secure, wrapped up nice, and not have to charge people an arm and a leg. And that's what keeps people from buying your manga. So, you know, I don't want to tell people that whenever I'm buying manga from them because it feels rude to just be like, hey, you're charging too much for shipping. So I don't. I either don't buy it or I buy it and deal with it because I don't feel like being that person. But yeah, just a little tidbit if you're a person who sells and buys manga online. That is a much faster way to sell your manga and a much cheaper way for the buyer to receive your manga. So yeah, I'm very excited about it. Can't wait to do a haul. I have a big haul for you guys soon that I'm gonna film. I might even do it right now. Yeah, I'll do that right now. Hi guys, so I went to the library. My camera was dying, so I had to turn it off quick. So I paid off our little $1 fee we had, late fee, and I picked up Witch Light. I've never heard of this, but it is a graphic novel by Jesse Zabarsky. It looks really pretty. The color palette is really nice. Look at this page. Like, look at these colors. It's like very mute and like corals and pinks and greens. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. I'm excited to read that. I've never heard of it. And then I picked up the first 3 volumes. This is a series I've been interested in, and I could have just read it in the Shonen Jump app, but you know, I prefer reading physically when it comes to manga and graphic novels. So I just picked up the first 3 volumes of Bakuman. This is apparently a series about a manga creator and what it takes to be a Shonen Jump creator. We'll see. I've heard mixed reviews on this. I'm not quite sure if it's actually good or not, but I'm excited to try it out. This looks like something newer they've gotten, so I hope that it's good. I want to read more shonen. I feel like sometimes I don't read enough shonen. We'll give it a shot. We'll see what I think of it. Should be able to fly through those pretty quickly and see if I like it or not. 3 is a good number. And then I checked out an actual word book. I know, crazy, right? Scythe by Neil Shusterman. I've heard so many good things about this. This is a YA novel, but I haven't read it, obviously. It is a series. I think it's like 3 books, maybe. I thought, you know, YA should be pretty easy to fly through from the library, and maybe it'll be fun. Maybe it'll be a new series that I'll really get sucked into, and fantasy, like light fantasy, hopefully, because I struggle reading. It says science fiction, but I count science fiction kind of as fantasy, so we'll see. The Scythe's commandments: thou shalt kill. Thou shalt kill with no bias, bigotry, or malice aforethought. Thou shalt grant an annum of immunity to the beloved of those who accept your coming. You shall kill the beloved of those who resist. Wow, that's harsh. I know it's about like a society where people don't die as young, or they stop dying, so you have to like send out these people who are hired to just kill people so that the population doesn't get too big. So, sounds interesting, and I hope to check it out. So yeah, that was the library haul. I really do like going to the library, especially when I have time off from work, because I feel like I have time to browse. I don't like the way they've rearranged everything. The YA used to be like right by the door so that I could just go in and then leave and see everything I need to see. Because I do go through the adult section, but a lot of times they don't have stuff I'm interested in. Like, it's a lot of older books, and they just don't have a decent selection in my opinion. I mean, it is a small library, but their YA section's pretty decent. So I had to go all the way upstairs now. They've moved it up there, which is really strange. And it just wasn't as easy to look through. The aisles felt really close together compared to how they used to be. So I felt like I was just doing this, looking, and it felt smaller, like they had gotten rid of some books. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. But the graphic novel section looked smaller too. Everything just looked smaller. Maybe a lot of people are checking out books right now, or maybe they're like still in the process of moving them or something. I wasn't a fan of the new layout. I do like our library though. I wish I could work there, honestly, because it just sounds like a really nice place to be. They do a lot of kids activities. When I was there, they were doing this cute little thing with this woman locally who they call Mother Goose. She reads to children and sings for them and just does a lot of really cute kid stuff. She's like well known in the area. So yeah, it was fun. I'm slowly drinking this. It's not that it's bad. I'm nervous today. I'm really anxious, and I don't know, doing basic human tasks like hydrating is a lot. I'm gonna go meet my husband for lunch, or I'm gonna go pick him up and then take him to lunch around 11, which is coming up in about 20-30 minutes. And then after we eat lunch at 12:45 is my first interview. Pretty nervous. I know it's dumb. Like, after I'm done, I'll feel so much better, and then I'll have the rest of the day after the second interview to go around to other businesses and just kind of apply or speak to someone or hand them a resume, and I'll just feel better once I've finished these interviews. I just hope that someone calls me back, you know, because I know if you've experienced this, it's very stressful, and especially since it's been like 4 years since I've applied to a job, and I want to get better and better and stay with the company for a really long time and build a rapport with them and then have some kind of like growth in the company, but I just haven't found the right fit yet. Nothing has fully grasped me in the way that I feel like it should be, and I'm 30 years old. I mean, some people may see that as you're young, you're old, whatever. I don't care. It's my own personal growth, and I'm going with it as I feel I need to. And I would love at least a partial desk job, because every job I've had up to this point has been on my feet constantly and just running around heavy lifting, which is probably what I'll still have to be doing, because unless you have just a shiz ton of experience and a leeway into a lot of companies around here, you're probably not going to get the job. It's a lot of older people working here, and a lot of people who know people get these good jobs. So I just want something with insurance. That's the end goal, and I'm not going to get that. Something that pays enough for me to pay rent, which we'll see, and something that's halfway sitting down, at least 30-40% of the time sit down, because my feet hurt like constantly at my jobs right now. And if I have to do it, I'll do it. I'm not gonna sit here and just not work because I don't want to. I do like to work. I'm pretty hard worker, honestly. Like, you could probably ask any of my bosses, and I work my tail off, and it's just, I feel like I'm slowing down a little bit. My energy levels are going down just a little bit at a time. And if I'm going to get pregnant ever and have a baby, I'm gonna need something that's a little bit less strenuous on my body, because if I'm gonna be carrying around a baby, I'm gonna be exhausted. I'm already exhausted. I was born exhausted. My mom and grandma are the same way. We're just anemic, tired women. But if I'm gonna be pregnant, I'm gonna be even more tired. And if I have a baby, I'm gonna be even more tired. So I want something eventually that I can, I don't know, take a little bit less off of my body physically. And I just worry that by the time I get to that point, I'll be too old to have a kid. You know, and we're still not sure if we're having one. You know, I'm really letting things out to you guys right now, and it's really strange. I might end up editing a lot of this out. We will see. But this is also for me later on in the future to go back and watch, so it's not just for y'all. I'm just stressed, and my biological clock is ticking, and I feel like if I can't have a kid, that's fine. Like, that's something we've discussed. If I literally can't have one, then it's okay. We'll be fine. It's always the regret of if you do or if you don't, and then I don't know. I know we'd be good parents. Like, I'm not worried about that. It's just, I'm always so tired, you know? And I don't know how these moms do it. I really don't. If you have a kid, God bless you. Like, I want one so bad, but I just can't. I can't imagine feeling more tired than I am now, because most people before they have a kid, they're normal, they're fine, they're happy, they're energetic, they're whatever. I've never been that way. Like, I struggle to get it through the day, like more than I feel like normal people do. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just in my head. Coffee doesn't do much either. I just drink it for the taste. I got this today so I wouldn't feel jittery. It is really good though. It's just a dragon drink. It has dragon fruit in it, and I've had dragon fruit before, but I'm not really that fond of it by itself. But in this, she's good. It's delicious. But yeah, I think I'm going to kind of relax, maybe watch some TikToks or something and chill out until lunchtime. Go to lunch with my husband and then go to my interviews. So pray for me or send good vibes. You can see I have a little gray hair here. I just hope something offers me a decent wage. Like, even if it's not the dream job, I just want to be able to pay stuff. Like, I have like my manga that I like to do, and if I have to, I can cut back on that cost, but it's really not that much. Like, I've been collecting for years, and my collection is not even that big. Like, I barely buy manga. I borrow a lot. I sell a lot that I don't like so that I can make back some of that cost. So I feel like my spending is already pretty low. So I don't want to have to cut back even more, because then that, you know, weighs on your like mental health or whatever, because manga makes me happy. I know that sounds silly, but you know, my library selection isn't huge, so I don't have a ton to fall back on to read if I stop buying some. I know that sounds so privileged or whatever, but you know, it's just something that makes me happy and I like to do it, and I'd hate to lose that because I have to pay more to my bills. But we'll see. I'll take what I can get. If I find a job and it pays bare minimum, like that I can survive, then I'll just keep looking for a better one and just move on from there. I might just have to job hop, and we'll see. You know, I'm just happy that something's happening, because I've been just stuck in a place mentally. I felt like I couldn't do anything and I couldn't go anywhere, and I was never gonna go, but I did. So I'm just happy about that. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, maybe at lunch. I'm tired. Y'all, applying for jobs is exhausting. Went to my interviews. Everything went well, I think. The first one was a lot more like professional. Nothing against the second one or anything, but the first one was for the cleaning service, and they were very nice. They seemed to like me and everything. They were very, very excited about me starting there. Like, they'd already pretty much said that, you know, as long as everything passes good and your references check out, I'll probably get the offer. And they're going to do a background check. I just approved it and everything. You know, the pay would not be what I need to start off, but they acted like you would get a raise before your first paycheck, so I need to discuss that with them if they call me back and figure out what that looks like. Then the second one was for the restaurant, and the manager apparently there is not available right now, so I had to talk to someone, I guess, who was like next up in that chain. And they were really funny and nice. They had like a good laugh and conversation, but they didn't know a lot of the information I needed to know, so it was kind of just like a getting to get a vibe and get to know me, I guess. I left a resume and everything, but the actual manager will probably call me with an offer or an acceptance if they do. So we'll see on that one. I feel like the pay on that one's not going to be what I need either, based off of what he said. But we'll see, you know, there might be something to it, I don't know, but I'm just a little worried, you know, because I want to work in town, but nothing is jumping out with an offer that I can't refuse right now. I don't know. I'm hopeful, but I'm also exhausted and tired, and I can't stop thinking about things, and I'm letting it get to my head. So I just hope somebody steps up and gives me an offer that's reasonable, because I understand when you're hiring someone new, you don't want to just give them a lot of money and trust that they'll do their job. So you usually start them off low and then raise it. But I mean, I've had years of experience at these places and none of them have fired me. I've never gotten in trouble for anything like bad or whatever. I just need somebody to give me a living wage, just a basic. And I mean, that's not even like $15 an hour, y'all. It's not even that, like lower than that. But we've calculated about how much I would need to make per hour to pay rent and everything, and people aren't offering it. And it's like, I'm really worried. I'm very worried that I'm not going to find anything, and either my current job is going to say, hey, we don't need you, have you found a job yet? Or I'm just gonna have to stay there forever. I mean, they've been kind to me and everything. It's not like they're bad people and I hate them. I just don't want to work there anymore, technically. Like, I want to work closer to home. That's what I want. And it's hard. Kind of venting, and I apologize if this is just not interesting or boring or whatever. You can totally skip over it until you see a different screen. But I just applied to another job, a retail job. It said the pay was from here to here, and they all say that. Yeah, the pay was anywhere from like minimum to what I make now at my current job. We'll see though. You never know. Like, I've got some experience under my belt. Maybe somebody would be willing to help me or work with me or whatever. I don't know. I just need a full-time job that pays me decent. And I'm a hard worker. I don't goof off. I don't usually just sit around. I'm constantly running around doing stuff, and I feel like I'm a good worker, and it's just discouraging, you know, especially with how everyone keeps saying that, oh, everyone's desperate and hiring. They're not that desperate, or they would offer higher pay. That's all I gotta say. Because I could go work at any fast food restaurant and I could handle the job. It wouldn't be like my dream job, but I could work at like a McDonald's or a Sonic or whatever. But they're not gonna pay me more than minimum wage. And if they do give me a raise, it's gonna take like 3 years to get there. I've done it before. I understand how it works. But I can't do that. I can't afford to start off at minimum wage at all. That's what scares me, you know? Like, I'll go apply to some fast food places just to see what they say. You never know. But in the past, my experience has told me that they're not going to start you at anything more than minimum. I don't want to have to sell everything I own to pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I guess that's enough for this clip. I'm pretty tired, and I gotta go help JB do some photography and videography for his karate class tonight, which will be fun. Hopefully the weather will still be pretty cool. It's just started being fall. Yesterday was so perfect. It was lovely. Today's been a little bit warmer, but not too bad. I did wear a cardigan, so I was sweating a little bit, but if I hadn't worn it, I'd have been fine. I guess that's it. Gonna go back to doing whatever I need to do. Maybe apply to a couple more places. Let's see what they got that says they offer more than minimum. Most of them are lying though. And see what happens. So I know I updated you on how my interviews went on Thursday, I think it was. Today's Saturday, and I have a follow-up interview with one of the places. It's at a restaurant. Sorry if you can hear my dishwasher and washer in the background, but it's at 2 o'clock today. I have to get there a little early because they said they would make me a meal, so I'll get a free meal out of it, so that's fun. I'm excited but also really nervous. I know it's like a common thing, at least on TikTok, that I've seen, but I've always had it where if you've got something planned, like let's say 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 o'clock or whatever, you can't do anything until that appointment is over because you just can't focus. Like you're just stressed or worried or anxious about that thing, so you just can't do anything else until then. Like a normal person should be able to carry about their day until that time, and then they go and then they continue the rest of their day. I'm feeling very unable to focus or do anything until then, which stinks because that's like half the day, and I'm up fairly early today. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've already started some chores, so maybe I'll just clean up around the house a little bit if I can manage to focus on that. I have done a lot of rearranging of my shelves. If you can't tell, I don't have as much manga as a lot of collectors do, especially with how consumerism is here on BookTube and MangaTube, which I don't have a problem with supporting the industry, so I'm not going to sit here and complain about that. Everyone should be able to, you know, control their spending habits and not put themselves in debt, so that's all I'm going to say about that. But I feel like my spending habits are pretty good. I only buy manga when I have the extra funds, or if I've sold enough things to buy something else. I am constantly phasing out series or books. These are my books and this is my manga shelves that I didn't like. If I did not like them, or if I just could not get through them, I'll sell them or donate them or gift them to someone. I see no point in keeping something that I literally had no enjoyment in. And it takes up space, which I'm not like fighting for space right now. I've got plenty of space like right here, and then on lower shelves of both of these. And then this one is more empty than the other one. So this is my unread shelf, or my incomplete manga series shelf. And this is my complete one, and then those are all the books I've read. The top shelf, I've got a lot in there that haven't been read, but everything else I've read. So I try to keep everything organized mentally. There's no organization other than that. And then I've got my TBR shelf over here. So that's stuff that has not been read. But I do want to do like a tour of it. No one's really asked me because I don't have like a ton of like interaction on my videos. But if you guys do watch my content and you want to see a collection video, I will make one. I think it would be really interesting to do one like every year, like at the end of the year or the beginning of the year, or maybe in the summer when I can't think of anything to film, because that's usually when I struggle. I could make it a yearly thing if you wanted. My collection isn't going to quadruple every year because I do buy less than a lot of people here on the internet, I've noticed, which I'm fine with. I have no problem with that. If you want to see a collection video, just let me know. I made one years ago, but it was like I just held up what I had. I didn't like show you from the shelves what I had, which is like the more traditional take on it. And I think I want to do that soon. I'm just not quite sure. I think I've got it set up how I want it to be. I just am unhappy with the amount of unfinished series that I own, especially with how much manga I feel like I buy. Like, I have so many series here. A lot of them are still ongoing. Like, there's one or two on the top shelf that are still ongoing. A lot of these are current, and then these down here are older. I should at least finish the older ones that have all been published. I just get distracted with new series, and that's why I did the Complete Your Shelves challenge that I filmed a little while back. And I have been doing really well on that. I've only slipped a couple times, honestly just a couple times. The first time was when there was a bundle on Mercari that had the first volume of a new series in it, and I got that with what I wanted. So I don't really count that because it was included and I wanted it anyway. But I did buy another new series. I bought two more new series actually, but one of them is brand new, like just started coming out, And the other one is one that everyone keeps raving about, and I see volume 1 at the store all the time, so I was like, I might as well get it. It's a great price. And I'll talk about those later when I do a haul. I've got a big haul I've got to film because it's been months since I've shown you everything I bought. It's just months worth of books and manga that I've bought. It's not like I bought like 50 things at once. But yeah, I really like my collection, and the more I look at it, the more happy I get, and it really brings me a lot of happiness personally. And I like to reread a lot of my series after it's been like a year or two, depending on what it is. I'm more likely to keep a series if there's rereadability to it. I'm really tired right now, and I just wanted to ramble. That's kind of what this whole vlog has been, is me not knowing what to do with myself and just rambly. I'm feeling very vulnerable and unsure, but also excited about the whole new job change, because it's been 4 years at this other place, and really scary for me to put myself out there and try to find a new job, because I work. Once I get started, I'm a workaholic and I will go and just crazy woman. But the in-between of finding a new one or getting situated into it is just nerve-wracking, and it makes my stomach hurt every day. Stress, headaches, and just not eating as well as I could, honestly. Like I could eat better or eat more, honestly. It's just really stressful. I know it might sound silly to some people, but I mean, I gotta make ends meet, you know, and I would like to be able to continue to make myself happy by buying manga every once in a while like I am now. My habit now is sufficient. Like, I don't have to buy more. Of course, buying more would be fun, but I don't want to have to buy less if I can help it, because I don't know, I already feel like I don't buy a ton. And I do read a lot on the apps. It's just not the same to me. For one, the apps don't have everything I want, so it's harder to find certain series that I want to collect. Plus, I just like the act of physically opening a book, smelling it, reading it, experiencing it in person versus just scrolling on my tablet. There's some separation there in my mind, and I just don't enjoy it as much. It's doable, especially for a big series like Naruto or something. Like, I like to try out shonen series through the Shonen Jump app. I'll read like the first volume of something and see if I like it or not, which is really helpful because a lot of those series are super long. When it comes down to it, I want to physically collect the ones that I like. So, you know, it just all leads back to me being a physical collector, which I really, as much as I hate killing trees, I also really love supporting the industry and physically reading my manga. So I don't know, it's a double-edged sword on that one. If you know really good manga reading apps, please let me know, and also let me know their prices, because I am not willing to pay a ton for manga that I can't physically own. Like, I just refuse to. I will pay something, but I can't make myself pay a lot for something that I can't physically hold. Like, people who pay brand new manga prices for a digital manga when it comes out print and digital, props to y'all for saving the trees, but I cannot justify that in my mind. I'm not physically getting an item. I don't know, like, digitally, what if that website just shut down tomorrow and I can't ever read my manga again? You know, like that kind of stuff where everything digital is not owned by you. I don't like it. I don't like anything digital. Video games I'm a little more lenient on because I'll get my time out of them. But like manga, I feel like I could reread it over and over again, and if I just sell it, then it's gone forever. Or if it's deleted, it's gone forever, you know, and I don't know. I'm just struggling with a lot of things, and my mind's all over the place, if you can't tell. I'm worried about this meeting today. Not so much that it's not going to go well. I'm sure it'll go fine. I hate the in-between of everything. Like, it's so awkward, and I just hope they give me a good offer, you know? Like, everywhere I've been has been like below what I need to make just to pay rent, and that's so scary. I just want to be able to live. Like, I don't understand how in this country we've just made it such a normal thing to literally not even be able to pay my rent working full-time. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. I don't care where you fall on the political spectrum or economic spectrum or whatever. It is absolutely ridiculous, the fact that I can't go work full-time every day and still not be able to pay my rent by myself. Of course, with a spouse, it's easier, but I should be able to do that on my own. I should be able to pay my living and groceries at least. Like, I guess internet and cable and stuff could be extra. Like, I won't even count that. I should be able to pay my rent and for food, and I guess gas to get to my new job working full time. I just don't understand how we can't just agree upon that. And not to mention like school debts and everything that goes into that. Everything just keeps going up, but minimum wage just stays down there. We can't do this. We can't keep going like this. And I know I'm not the go-to person for economic advice or whatever. Like, don't ever expect me to be a brainiac when it comes to things like this. I just feel like ranting, and I'm stressed. I'm worried, and I'm concerned because I don't want to stay at my current job, and I've already told them I'm looking to leave, so they know there's a timeline, and I want to work closer to home, and it's so hard to find that. So I just have to keep looking. I have to ask everyone I know if they know someone who's hiring, which I've already tried, but it's like none of them are replying to me. It's fine if you don't know anyone, just let me know that you don't know anybody. I hate when people don't reply to me, like they leave me on red. I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking about it too much, and maybe today will go wonderful and they'll offer me a number I cannot refuse. That would be fantastic if I could like start in like 2-3 weeks. That would be wonderful, but I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I keep getting my hopes up and having them crushed. So I guess that's all for this little rant. I've already complained about all this to my husband and anyone who will listen that I feel like is appropriate, but I just felt like getting it out in the world and talking about it to you and to myself in the future when I do eventually get settled. I want to scream, I want to cry, and I want to just curl up in the bed and go to sleep. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes and if everything works out or if it's another bust. So yeah, bye guys.